called it something else. They just called it something else. And they called it the Employee Retention Tax Credit. You're going to see it written this way, ERTC or ERC. And let me just put it at the top of the program here that this is not just for childcare. This credit is not just, this credit is for everyone who is an employer who gives W-2s and pays your taxes on your 941s. Can you put W-2 in the chat, 941 in the chat? That's what this is about. If that's what you do, you're already halfway there to qualify. So I took this course, this class, this webinar, and to my surprise, I was so surprised. Nekea, I almost fell out my chair.
Right.
It was the middle of the day. It was like 2:00 p.m. And I decided to call my husband because I wanted to make sure I wasn't freaking out. I said, these people were saying, he said, what people? I said, the SBA led this webinar, that there are 400 billion. You could put a capital B in the text, in the chat, so you'll know I said $1 billion available. And I thought, oh my goodness, this can't be real. So they took us through all of that. And since you said you can see me, I'm just going to show you. I screenshot every one of the screens of the course that I was taking. So I was so excited. I thought it was SBA. I had already done SBA. I had already done my PPP. I had already done the forgiveness. And I felt pretty good, you know. Well, I looked at it and I thought, well, I might better contact my CPA. I contacted my CPA, Nekea, and she said, no, that's over with. And that's not available for you. If you were closed the whole time, not a portion of the time, but the whole time, you can't get that. So I sent her my screenshots of this training and my notes that I took that day, all of my notes, all of my good old notes. I sent it to my CPA. And on December 31st, I mailed out 4 quarters. Was it 4 or 6? 6 quarters of my 941X. Hello, somebody put 941X in the chat because I'm gonna tell you what that means. So the first question she has here, what is the retention tax credit? I wrote some notes because y'all, I have so much information on this stuff because I was studying it. And when she said no, I knew I heard them correctly. So what it is, a tax credit for companies to retain employees during the pandemic time. We're still in the pandemic time. And the $400 billion, did I say 400 billion with the B, is still available. This refundable credit is available for all employers who are employers. Now you might be, you know how they have, you might be a 1099, you might be a contract or something like that. That doesn't count in this particular pot of money. Also, this is not operated by the SBA. Although they did the training, they got the information from the IRS and they brought it to the people. That's how I got it. So my, of course, as I told you, my CPA got it. She even took a class. She was proactive. I loved what she did. We mailed it out and money is coming. Somebody can say money coming. I'm very encouraged because y'all, I don't know about you, my 941 taxes are just out of the world. We're always paying, you're always paying. That's your money. What is it? It's your money. It's just being given back to you. It is not a loan. It is not PPP. It's not an extension of anything we've had. It is just a tax credit. And guess what? Tax credit's been around a long time. I'm not getting into that, but that's what it is. So it's a refundable, it's money that is on the table for you. It has gone through several different names. HR Bill 3684, the infrastructure, even down now to the American Rescue Plan 2021. And this is what I wrote here, that this is not SBA, it is the IRS Treasury. So who handles this?
Sorry,
go ahead.
I want to hop in. Guys, if you did receive the PPP, you can still receive this, because a lot of people are confused by that. They thought that if they received the PPP, you cannot use it. The only thing is that you cannot double dip. So you can't use the employee retention credit to pay staff in the exact time that you use the PPP, the exact quarter to pay staff. They say you cannot double dip. So
I've got something for you. I got a little chart that I made for you that I plan to give to you if you're interested in that, to kind of bring that back home, Ms. Nekea, to show you that there's no double dipping. But let me go on down real quickly. So qualifies. Who qualifies? Everyone qualifies if you are an employer. Now, there's a difference between an employer and a contractor. We're not going to go into that, but if you're an employer and you pay your staff and they get a W-2, that's an indicator that you are an employer. If you pay 941 taxes, that's another indicator that you're an employer. So you can, with this company, ERC is a company who have compiled licensed certified CPAs and tax preparers and lawyers. They saw this money sitting there. They put a group together and they are helping you get these funds. Don't get confused. I did not use ERC. I didn't know anything about ERC.
Right.
I used who? My CPA. What did my CPA tell me? You can't do it. Then I showed it to her. She was convinced. She took a class. She did it. All CPAs are not going to do that.
Right.
I was called out in a post on Facebook by none other than Shantae Rowdy. She says, Jewel, you need to share this information. I said, well, I feel like everybody in the whole wide world knew. If I knew it, they knew it. Right. She said that is not true, because if it was true, $400 billion wouldn't still be sitting on the table. Now, Shantae is an affiliation with our ERC. She says to me, you need to do the same and tell people about it. I said, well, what's the purpose of me doing that again? Because people need that money to help them stay in business. They need to pay their staff, to pay other things that they didn't get enough money for in those other fundings. So I said, well, if you can tell me why I need to do this, I will. Okay. And yes, I saw somebody just say that they didn't qualify. We're going to talk about that. So Shantae says, I'm going to send you the information. So I said, I've already done mine and submitted, waiting on my money. She said, I know. That's why I called on you, because it's people like you need to tell others that it's real. It doesn't matter if it's your personal CPA or ERC or yourself. I really felt that I could have done this myself, but because I got so much feedback that it wasn't real, thank you for putting that up there. It says, many businesses were affected in the last couple of years by something we all know, and that outside of the control, it was outside of control. Always looking for ways to help clients, and the ERC tax credit is one of those opportunities. So it's showing you and telling you, this is one of the means from the ERC. I'm going to give you that link. You're going to be able to go in there. You're going to put your information. It's going to let you know if you qualify. It's going to show you if you're eligible. Let me say it that way. So number one, what is the ERTC and ERC? They're the same tax credit. It's refundable. It's money. It's real. There's a lot more information out there. Also, let me just say this. I am not an expert in this. I just have teamed up with the experts. That is the ERC company. So I am an affiliate with them, and I am going to tell people about this everywhere. That's my goal. Shantae Arati, she has done $3 million. She has helped people in her atmosphere. I call it in your circumference. If that's people you can reach with your hand stretched out, even cyber, if they're in your cyber area, you can reach them, tell them. So that's what I'm doing. The money is real. It's a tax refundable. Who qualifies? Everyone who, see, that's what I didn't want to happen. Are we still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Are we still there? Okay. And you qualify because you're an employer. All right. So here's what you're gonna be looking for. So I'm gonna show you this little chart. Unfortunately, I couldn't load it up, Nekea. I'm just gonna hold it that way for a second.
Can everyone
You
see
see,
it?
can y'all see this? Only thing I want you to see is 2019, 2020, 2021. Yes, you can.
Put yes in the chat or mute yourself, someone. Melissa, can you see it?
2019 was our last year before what? COVID. So the way the IRS Treasury Department is showing you how to, the way the IRS is showing you how you would be eligible and qualify. Eligible is one thing, qualify is another. You're going to compare your gross income, your gross revenues for the year. So say you made, well, let's stay with $100,000 for 2019.
Okay.
It is not done by the year. It is done per quarter. It did not start until the second quarter of 2020. So you're going to compare what was your, I like to say, what was your 941 total revenue that you paid in on 2020 second quarter? Compare it to 2019 second quarter.
Mhm.
If there was a decline, and there's a number to show you what that decline is, if there was a decline, that is an indicator you're going to get refunds back for that quarter. And every quarter is going to be the same.
Okay.
Every quarter is going to be compared to 2019. So let's go. 2020, third quarter is going to be compared with what? 2019, third quarter. 2020, fourth quarter is going to be compared with 2019, fourth quarter. And guess what? They thought it was over. They submitted it again and passed the bill, decided to do it in 2021. So first quarter, yes, ma'am.
Question, it's still the same, you had to have a 50% loss for 2020?
And I didn't want to get into those numbers because that is going to be so easily calculated for you in the little link I'm going to give to you. Okay. Because one of them is 50%, then one of them goes down to 20%. 2021 went down to 20%, y'all. Mm-hmm. I didn't really want to get into those numbers, but it's good. So I will say, I'm trying to get them. So I would say to you, 2021 first quarter compared to 20 what? Mm-hmm. Put it put the answer in the chat. And I know you understanding me. 2021 first quarter and second quarter and third quarter and fourth quarter is going to be compared to what year? Do we have anything in the chat? Any answers in the chat?
Mm-mm. What? There you go. 2019.
2019. Mm-hmm. 2019. Everything is going to go by 2019 because, excuse me, that was the year of the last before COVID.
Let me, Esther, it's 2021, you will still compare it to 2019, just to make sure that it's clear. 2020, you will compare it to 2019. 2021, you will compare it to 2019. It's always compared to 2019 each quarter.
Yes. So you know what the ERTC, ERC is, you know who qualifies, and it's going to be if you were, here's the eligibility, were you closed, were you mandated to be closed? That's just one of the criteria. Were your services suspended because The government said that you had to be closed. This is what I did. I went to my state's website, state of Georgia. I went to the child care right from the start area, and I download the memos that was given to us in March of 2020, April of 2020, everything that was given to us all the way up to 2021. I download those mandates and the different information that they had given to us concerning our shutdown or, you know, our guidance there. That's one area. Declining in your gross revenue. Okay. There is another area. I am only going to list it because I'm not familiar with this, but it's you qualify as a recovery startup. So some people saying, what if I'm just a startup and I just started up in 2020? You need to go check that out. You need to get that information checked out because that's one of the eligibilities. I will tell you this. When you, as Nekea talked about earlier about the PPP, there is certain information that you need to know. So when we go 2020 second quarter compared to 2019, you made $100,000 in 2019, and you made $200,000 in 2020 second quarter. You might have, and you're gonna deduct your owner's pay out of that. Anything the owner or relatives were paid with a W-2, that has to be deducted. The next thing has to be deducted is the PPP. Whatever quarter you got the PPP, that would be deducted. You really don't have to know all this. That's why ERC is there. I want you to know it, but I went through this thing. I made me a form, honey.
We're gonna be there.
I knew what I needed to pull. I knew all the things I needed to pull. I had all my numbers ready for 2019. I had all my numbers ready for 2020 and 2021. I compared, I did my 50%, I did my 20%. I was so close to the numbers. Somebody said, is the EDI, what did it say? I can't see the chat.
EIDL deductible too. The EIDL is a loan. That's totally separate. You have to pay that back.
Yes, EDIL is, as she just said. So let me just say, like for instance, I don't know Nekea. Nekea doesn't know me. We're not cousins, okay? We're not sisters. EDIL and ERTC are not related.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Hi.
I understand that, but is it deducted from your quarterly numbers as far as revenue that was made?
No, because it's a loan. It's not revenue.
Oh,
That's
okay,
a good
so
question. That's a good
you're
question.
Right. You're right. Okay.
But that was a good
Thank
question. Yes, because we had fundings that came in too in our state, and I was like, is this going to be counted as revenue? You know, so that's a very good question.
Oh, wow.
So assistance, you're gonna get a link. You can click on it. I already have people who've done this, y'all. I got one lady and I want to get her permission. She and I just met in February. She was about to leave. I promise you, I can do a screenshot because she told me I could talk about it, but I'm not giving her name. $89,000 on the table. Y'all heard me? So call your CPA if they're not willing to do it, or if they don't believe it, or whatever the case is, if they don't want to do it, or you're not ready to do it yourself, you can click on the link that we're going to provide for you, the ERC. I'm not here selling anything, guys. I am not a salesperson at all. I just know that when I told you when I finished with that training that day and I called my husband, I was like, you about to pick me up off the floor because I can't believe this. One of the things I complain about the most is paying my 941 taxes. And they got this to help us continue going. $400 billion. All who will apply and qualify will be funded. Again, I am not an expert for all the replays or anyone listening now. I'm just a partner with the best of the experts, and I'm an affiliate with the ERC. You can email me because I want to give you this colorful, here it is. It's so pretty. I made it I made this for me in December, the day right after I finished my training. Tell me, Nekea, if y'all can see this.
Yeah, I see it.
See it? And I'm going to give this to you where you can just plug your numbers in there. Some people, if you're like me, I want to see it first before I even go to somebody. Or you can just click on the ERC and they'll show you. But this right here kind of show you what you need to pull, the things you need to have. I made me a folder. I put everything in that folder by the year. So I have it whenever they need it. They're going to ask you to upload that information. I'm so glad my new friend told me, she said, I'm so glad I met you. I said, I'm so glad I met you too. Because she was just opening up her third center, Nekea. Do you know how that's going to help her to spend it the way she needs to?
A whole lot.
And she doesn't have to pay it back. We're not paying that back. Did I give you my email?
No, share your email.
info at my name, jewelmoore.com. That's Jewel with 2 L's and Moore with 2 O's. And Nekea, there's no C in that one.
Right.
I'll tell you that story later. We can take time now for a question. I want you to know, as Nekea wanted to make sure that I tell you what it was, the credit, the ERTC and the ERC, same thing. Credit is, the ERC is happened to be the name of the affiliate company who would be your lawyer, your CPA, if you choose to do that way. I can't put my email in the chat. Can somebody put my email in the chat? It's info@jewelmoore.com. If you email me, I'll send this to you. And then the only thing I want you to do is tell me you used it and when you're gonna get your money. I told a lady yesterday, I was kidding with her, but I'm kind of not kidding, but Nekea, I told her, I said, okay. She said, I didn't know that. I said, only thing you got to do is when you get your money back, I want to go to FOD, how do you say it? How do you pronounce it? FOD de Chow?
The which one?
Oh, Fogo de Chao.
Oh, yeah.
How do you say it?
Wait, how is it?
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de
Fogo
Chao.
de Chow.
Yeah.
I know what it means. It means a fire in the ground. That's where they cook all that good meat at. So y'all can just, I'll fly around wherever you are and we can go out to eat there. Okay, how about that?
Sounds great.
Awesome, awesome. Y'all, if we find out information, we probably shouldn't take it to ourselves and say, oh, everybody knows about this. I felt that way. And I'm so glad that Shantae already decided to say, Jewel, you need to share this. And she said, here's a company you can share it with if people do not have a CPA or the CPA is not ready to do it. And then when Ms. Nekea asked me to share, we just agreed that I could come on, and I'm grateful that she allowed me to come on her space today. Ms. Nekea, did I leave anything out?
No, actually, let me see what they're saying in this. No, you actually, as you guys know, she will be able to help you guys, which is very, very important that you guys actually have her there. When I did it, my payroll company did it for me. So that's also another tool that you guys could use. You could reach out to your payroll and see if they do it as well. So you guys could try it that way as well. Other than that, I'm so thankful that you shared this information with them, because this is something that a lot of people don't know, as you stated, and we do need the funds. We don't want to leave it on the table, and we all deserve it, especially with our business and all the stuff that we've been through, you know? So I definitely thank you for sharing that with us.
And I will say, if you decide to use the ERC company, there's a fee. Of course, they're going to charge. if you pay up front for them to do your services, they're going to charge you 10% of what you're going to get in return. If you decide to pay when you get your funds back, they'll charge 15%. You can choose to look at either one of those, but also you can choose maybe your CPA. Again, yes, that's unfortunately, y'all, we had to use that one. When your accountant tells you you're not eligible for the ERC refund. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. Thank you. I'm looking forward to us eating that Fogo de Chao. But again, look at this. Unfortunately, this happened, but that's not true.
I also
Y'all,
want to
it's
say,
not
guys,
true.
don't put
So
all
what
your-
has happened?
You can hear me? Sorry.
What has happened? I actually have experienced it. I've experienced it two ways. I experienced it with my CPA, who was willing to go out and make it happen. I'm so proud of her. And what she charged me, I was like, honey, I'm giving you a good tip, okay? Because I love my CPA. Now that I'm introduced to the ERC, I'm learning a lot more information. When Shante Arati said that she has helped so many people, her amount that she has helped that they are getting back is 3 million with the M plus. That's one person. So with the people here today, there's got to be at least 3 million
Definitely.
in this group that you can get back. We can't leave it sitting on the table.
Right. Right.
If this information was new to you, if you're going to use it, just put it in the chat that, yes, I'll use ERC or I'll use my CPA. I just want you to know there would be no reason why you could not get this money.
Yeah,
Is there
any
anything
questions?
else?
Right. Any questions you
Yeah.
guys have? Another thing that I want to share while we wait is that a lot of, like she was saying, a lot of accountants don't specialize in certain things. So we have to keep that in mind that an accountant doesn't know everything. They're humans just like us. So sometimes they might miss these little things. So you can actually just share the information with your accountant. And if your accountant is a good accountant, like yours was, they will do their homework and get you that ERC credit. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind. If not, then you guys have to look for another accountant because they're not doing their job.
And I'll tell you, I just love her because she told me, she said, Jewel, even though she had already told me, it wasn't going to work or I wasn't eligible. She said, I'm so glad you shared this with me because there was somebody else she knew who had a situation. They really needed that. Because I shared it with her, she was able to share it with someone else.
Right.
So, and that's what we do. Let's pass the information. You can turn from that one because I don't want to continue seeing him do that. Unfortunately. Well, there I am. And there is my little link there. If it's not linkable or whatever, if it's not active, we will get that to you when you email me if we can't do it now.
Or I could also send it
So,
on blast as well, like I did with the Zoom link, and they'll be.
oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Nekea is amazing. I just appreciate you. And hopefully, when everybody cumulatively finish this and get it done, we should see some millions here.
Right.
Just in this group.
You guys definitely have to let us know how it went. And how can we help you? Because we could assist you as well. We both went through it. We know the steps. So you guys could always reach out to me. You could reach out to Joelle and we could assist you with that. I also did a video when it first came out. So I will also send that, if you guys don't mind, as a blast as well. And you guys can have it as well, which shows everything in detail.
What did she say? I just saw Miss Stephanie said something in chat, but I can't
I would
see it.
definitely be more proactive to check the FBA website frequently as well. This is definitely another nugget you shared on today. Yes, yes, yes.
That's what it's about. Because even with her getting that, all the people she know in her circumference, right? That they get it. Esther's circumference.
It's all about
Melissa's circumference.
right.
Don't
information to yourself. Exactly.
I'm grateful that we had this time together. Are there any questions, you all?
You guys all get it? Everything
got
is
it.
great? Put got it in the chat if you got it. You guys don't need no more assistance. You'll reach out to Joelle, get the link. I'll send it to you guys personally to your phone, and you guys can go from there. Okay,
Awesome.
got it.
Thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you, Ms. Nekea.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us, and we would like to do this more again. Okay, Joelle, let's continue doing this. This is actually very
Let's do
helpful.
that. Would you all be interested? Would you come back? Could you put it in the chat if you'll come back? And what's the topic? What's the topic you would like to talk about?
We can have different topics. Yeah, let us know. I have plenty of information to share.
Nekea is amazing, y'all. Nekea, we just met earlier part of last year, right? I think.
Right, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are here today. Information is powerful. Let's share. They said yes, so Nekea and I'll be talking, and I'll do better on my screen, Nekea.
But our minds, we all learning, don't worry.
All right. Hey,
Thanks,
go
guys.
and be great, and have a great day.
Have a
I'm
good-
Jules C. Moore, and I thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.